So hey guys, welcome once again to my channel. It's conceptual. So today we're gonna study about the anti-malarial drugs. That is one of the very important topics for the antimicrobial pharmacology. So what is malaria? So malaria is an infection caused by the Plasmodium species. So it is a parasitic infection. Okay, by the Plasmodium. So Plasmodium कौन से है, that is different types, different species we have, that is Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, Plasmodium ovale and Plasmodium knowlesi. Okay, so these are all the species that are responsible for causing the malaria. Okay, so malaria is caused when the parasite is the Plasmodium gets into the bloodstream and then shifts to the liver cell and the red blood cells occurring in the circulation. So this will cause a variety of symptoms, and in some serious conditions it may be fatal also and can cause death also. So to prevent all this, the anti-malarial used to prevent and treat the malaria. So let us see how the malaria expands, या बोल सकते हैं malaria progresses its way into the body. So firstly, if a person is camping outwards and he is sitting in the open ground and he's sitting in a such warm and cozy places, so the mosquito can bite. Okay, so the carrier, okay, that is the Plasmodium infected female Aedes anopheles or Culex, they come and they sting in the patient, in the persons, and via this biting they release the sporozoid. So in the warm and humid conditions the chances are more. So in the tropical countries, okay, so we can do like, we can get the symptoms and we can be affected all too. So once the mosquito bites, the cycle begins. Okay, so the cycle begins by this, the it inserts the sporozoids by the proboscis, the needle like structure that is pierced in the skin. Okay, so the proboscis nearly releases the sporozoids into the bloodstream, and they straight away travel toward the liver and invade the hepatocytes. So this stage of invading the hepatocyte is known as the hepatocytic stage. Okay, so there are basically two stages in malaria, that is the hepatocytic stage and the erythrocytic stage. So the hepatocytic stage it begins here when the sporozoids enter the hepatocytes. Okay, so now over the next 1 to 2 weeks, Plasmodium falciparum, P. malariae and P. novelsii multiply asexually and mature into merozoites, that is the schizogony. The asexual cycle of reproduction is known as the schizogony, and they convert into the merozoites. Okay, while while they're spreading, they get too much infected and the host cells will slowly and gradually they begin to die, hence causing the depressed function of the hepatocyte. Okay, or in contrast, other than the falciparum, malaria and novelsii, Plasmodium vivax and ovale enter a dormant and hepatic state. So the sporozoid remain as such it is, and they are just settled down in the hepatocytes. So these are known as the hypnozoites. Okay, so Plasmodium vivax and ovale have the hypnozoites, while the other species get converted into the merozoites. Okay, so then the merozoites are then released into the blood. So now here is the beginning of the erythrocytic stage. Okay, so the hepatostage site is completed and now the erythrocytic phase begins. Okay, so then the merozoites are released into the blood and erythrocytic phase is beginning. So what they do, the merozoites engulf the heme. Okay, they engulf on the hemoglobin via the endocytosis. So the hemoglobin are used as a fuel to multiply the merozoites. Okay, so then the hemoglobin is broken down into the heme and globin. So globin is consumed and the heme remains as it is, and causing the formation of the hemozoin crystals. And as we know that heme is extensively harmful to our body once it's broken. Okay, so it gets converted to hemozoin crystals. Okay, so then as the parasite feeds, it's undergo mitosis and differentiates into merozoites. Okay, so एक बार उसने engulf कर लिया, then it multiplies. Okay, and then eventually it bursts out from the erythrocyte and then enter the circulation. Okay, so this is basically this happens that the merozoites enter the RBC. That is first step. The second step, it consumes hemoglobin. The third step, it's multiplied, and the fourth step, it bursts, and the fifth step, that is it goes into the circulation. Okay, so almost all the cells goes into the circulation, but some of the cells undergo gametogony, forming the male and the female gametes respectively in the red blood cells only. So first, that is one condition is that is the red blood cells burst out the merozoites and get into circulation, or they form the gametes, that is undergo gametogony and divide and give rise to the gametocytes. Okay, so then what happens, the gametocytes fuse to form a zygote. Okay, so zygote ban gaya, so it converts to ookinete, then to oocyst, and then the oocysts developed into the thousands of sporozoites, and then the release of thousands of sporozoites takes place. So this is the sporogony phase, या बोल सकते हैं हम sexual reproduction phase of the cycle of the malarial parasite. Okay, so first in the hepatocytes the asexual reproduction occurs, and in the circulation the sexual cycle is completed in the erythrocytic phase. Okay, so then what will be the symptoms of this, all occurring? So correspond to the reproductive cycle unique for each plasmodium species. So the symptoms are very unique for the each plasmodium species. So while the bursting of the merozoites, the TNF alpha and other inflammatory cytokines, they correspond to them and they react to them, and in reverse, the high fevers that occur in the paroxysms. Okay, so paroxysms here meaning that is the sudden outbursts of the merozoites. Okay, तो merozoites के ज़्यादातर outburst होने से the body will react to it, and that will cause the high fevers. Okay, and the plasmodium malariae cause this kind of fevers in every 72 hours, that is known as the quarantine fever. Okay, and the plasmodium vivax and plasmodium ovale, it occurs in the every 48 hours, causing the tertian fever. So during this fever time, the RBCs get destroyed, causing the hemolytic anemia that will cause extreme fatigue, headaches, jaundice, and splenomegaly. So these are some of the symptoms where the fever is shown, and it will lead to the hemolytic anemia. Okay, so now for all this, as we have understood the malarial parasite, let me just give a quick recap about it. That is, the sporozoite gets ingested into the hepatocytes, causing the hepatocytic stage, and then the schizogony occurs in the hepatocyte. There is asexual reproduction cycle. They get converted into merozoites, sorry, and but some of the species are there dormant as forming the hypnozoites. Okay, and the sporozoite just remain dormant, called as hypnozoites. The next, they enter the erythrocytic phase, and hemozoin crystals are formed, and then the merozoites reproduce and burst out, causing some of them causing to get into the circulation, and in circulation they give rise to gametocytes, and gametogony occurs and the sexual reproduction phase is completed. Okay, so here you can see the whole phase of reproduction, and then the symptoms occur. Okay, causing quarantine and tertian fever. Okay, so then they will lead to the hemolytic anemia. So about all this, to prevent all this, the anti-malarial medications are there. So the quinoline derivatives derived from the bark of the cinchona trees. So some example are quinine, quinidine, chloroquine, mefloquine, and primaquine. Okay, so the some of the example of the quinoline derivatives. So the mechanism of action is that they accumulate in their food vacuole. Okay, so first they bind to the heme, the medicine, the anti-malarial drug that bind to the heme, and then the heme is not free, so it is not toxic to our body, so the hemozoin crystals are not formed, so remain our body remains intact, and hence this bind to the heme, the merozoites can't break the heme, so then heme becomes toxic to the plasmodium. So once the heme was toxic to our body, but now if the anti-malarial medications are to be taken, then the heme toxic is becoming toxic for the plasmodium and hence killing it. Okay, so now chloroquine, the first drug is the chloroquine, and now in the corona period, the drug name hydroxychloroquine. So here it is the exactly the drug used in the anti-malarial. Okay, so first it was used being anti-malarial, but now it is used for corona too. So it is most commonly used effective blood schizontoside. Okay, so it is the blood schizontoside. So effective blood schizontoside. So it gets treated against the blood schizont and stop reproducing them. So against all species of plasmodium, this chloroquine works. So it is a widespread used, but it has developed some resistance. That is, it has some the pumps, external pumps developed that throws out the medications, all the medications. Okay, so basically in this region, in these regions of the South America, Africa, and the Southern Eastern Asia, the chloroquine becomes the resistant. The species become resistant to this drug. Okay, so in these regions, main schizontocidal medication is mefloquine, quinidine, and quinine. So in this, if a person is traveling to South America, Africa, or Southern East Asia, okay, so then it is mandatory to have a drug. If he is suffering from malaria, the mefloquine, quinidine, and quinine should be taken, but not the chloroquine, because it is resistant. Okay, the species are resistant to the chloroquine. Okay, so now for life-threatening infections, quinine and quinidine are combined with the antibacterial drugs, that is doxycycline and clindamycin. And most quinoline derivatives can't kill the dormant hypnocytes. Okay, but the primaquine drug is not effective against the sporozoid, but can kill the hypnozoids and the gametocytes. Okay, so it is effective against the dormant hypnozoids. Okay, so they should be given with the chloroquine, that is the another blood schizontocidal. So to have the effective action, the primaquine should be given with the chloroquine. Okay, for the effective output, or we can say for stopping the malarial parasite as soon as possible. Okay, so the side effects of the chloroquine derivatives are basically GI stress and headaches. So in chloroquines, it causes itching and reversible retinopathy. So it may temporary damage for the retina, causing retinopathy. So for quinine and quinidine, the synchronism takes place, that is causing skin flushing, tinnitus, that is ringing of ear, hearing problems, blood vision, and headache. And it may also cause arrhythmia and long QT syndrome. Okay, so now the other side effects of the this class are mefloquine, that cause the neuropsychiatric uh, disorders, that is depression, anxiety, psychosis, and seizures. And the primaquine, that is contraindicated in pregnancy and causes hemolysis in the fetus and the newborns. Okay, so that is contraindicated in pregnancy, and it causes hemolytic anemia in people with G6PD deficiency. So it is contraindicated in patients with G6PD deficiency and with pregnancy. So chloroquine has retinopathy and pruritus. The quinine and quinidine have the synchronism that causes skin flushing, tinnitus, the diplopia, hearing problems, and headaches. arrhythmias and the long QT syndrome. And mefloquine causes neuropsychiatric disorders, and primaquine is contraindicated in persons with G6PD deficiency and the pregnancy. Okay. So now the other class, or we can say the new class of the antimalarial drugs, that is the artemisinin derivative. So it was used basically, firstly used in China. So it is a new class of drugs. So the examples are artemisinin, the artesunate, and dihydroartemisinin. So effective against the all Plasmodium species. So it is the first choice for chloroquine resistant malaria. Okay. So अगर कोई species chloroquine से resistant है, so the artemisinin derivatives can also be used. So it is also used in the serious infection and more effective than the quinine and quinidine. Okay. So what is their mechanism of action? They accumulate in the food vacuole and bind to the iron of the heme. And once it gets bind to the iron of the heme, they produce the free radical and damage the parasite proteins. Okay. So basically, their target is also similar to this quinine class. Okay. So now artemisinin derivatives, that is artemisinin, artesunate, and dihydroartemisinin, that are used in combination with the other antimicrobials, and they are also safe during the pregnancy. So here comes the main advantage, that is it is can be also given in the pregnant women. The side effects are very mild, that is GI distress only, that is nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Okay. So prophylactic medications, as I told you कि अगर long time तक हमको देना है और a person is traveling to the malaria endemic countries, so chloroquine for the regions that don't have the resistance to the strains of Plasmodium falciparum, the mefloquine, doxycycline, and other antifolate medications, that is atiquinone and proguanil, in regions that do have the resistant strains. Okay. And artemisinin derivatives are not given here. Why? Because they are not effective in the prophylaxis, because they have the short half life. Okay. So for the short half life, they are not used in the long term treatment, only used for the short term treatments only. The primaquine is used that are region endemic for Plasmodium vivax and ovale, as the Plasmodium vivax have the hypnozoid stage. So primaquine is more effective against the hypnozoid stages. So primaquine is given. So these are some of the prophylactic medications. So now let us prepare a fun mnemonic. So here are the queens, that is queen bathing in the chlorine, that is the chloroquine. Meflo, the queen posing for herself, या बोल सकते हैं me, that is the mefloquine. The karaoke queen, that is the primaquine, and there are the cute ones, that is the quinine and quinidine. So quinine and quinidine have the bows and arrows that target most of the malarial parasites. Okay. And for the side effects, we have the synchronism that causes the flushing, the diplopia, that is the headaches, and the long squirrel representing the long QT syndrome, and ringing of ear, that earrings represent the tinnitus. Okay. So in chloroquine, the queen is being blindfolded for the reversible retinopathy, and she's been itched, so representing the itching. The mefloquine represents the neuropsychiatric side effects. Okay. So she's not been attendant, so she's speaking gibberish and causing the neuropsychiatric side effects. For the singing of the primaquine, the baby starts crying, that indicates it is contraindicated in the pregnancy, and also it is avoided in the G6PD deficiency. Okay. So apart from all this, there is the beautiful art queen that represents the artemisinin derivatives, and she has the long and arrow, because so it is also covering all the class of the Plasmodium species. Okay. And so it has the big arrow, and her pet, it is vomiting, causing the GI side effects. Okay. So these are some of the drugs, and these are the some of the side effects of this class. Okay. So a quick recap, that is a malaria that is life threatening infection, and some species can stay in liver for years, that is hypnozoid stage में वो रह सकते हैं. And They mainly affect the hepatocytes and the red blood cells. So the quinoline derivatives, they are effective at the treating at the erythrocytic stage. So here are the effective against the erythrocytic stage, and only primaquine can treat the dormant stages. Artemisinin derivatives on the other side used to treat species resistant to the quinoline derivatives. Okay, so this is all about the malarial drugs. So here are the anti-malarials, here the flow chart. I hope you can understand. That is the quinoline derivatives, the quinoline derivatives, the chloroquine causing itching and reversible retinopathy, then quinine and quinidine, the synchronism, the long QT syndrome, itching, flushing, the dizziness, headache, diplopia, and the tinnitus, the primaquine, for contraindicated in pregnancy and in G6PD deficiency, mefloquine and causing neuropsychiatric effects, okay, quinine and quinidine, the artemisinin derivatives, and the GI distress, that is vomiting, nausea, and fever and headache. Okay, so I hope आपको ये पूरा guys वीडियो समझना होगा. This all image is indicating it. आई होप आपको ये पूरा वीडियो का समझ में होगा. अगर कुछ नहीं समझ में आया तो यू कैन आस्क इन द कमेंट सेक्शन बिलो फॉर एनी डाउट्स, एंड फॉर मोर सच videos you can subscribe to my channel and go through my channel. Okay, so please do like, share and subscribe to my channel because it gives me a lot of motivation every time you do that. So until then, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll see you soon.